Hi, in this video I'll compare how some of the off-the-matrix DX7 patches sound in the Kronos MOD-7 to the original DX7. But first I'll show you how to load DX7 patches into the Kronos. To load DX7 patches to the Kronos, you'll first need to save them to a USB drive, and then you can insert them into the back slot. Then on the Kronos, you'll need an area to load the patches into, and you'll need patches that are initial AXI programs. So then I'll go into disk, and it helps if you have fewer files. You have to select the disk that you put into the back, and then it's a no name drive. Okay, so now I'm into the contents of the USB drive. And I recommend using a USB drive with few files on it, because if it has much material on it, it'll make it very difficult to find what you're looking for. I finally found the folder off the matrix data. This appears to be the file. Load. And I need to load it into user EE. Okay, so I selected the area, the bank I want to load it into. The patch is 32 to 63, okay. And I loaded the patches. And now I checked into that bank, and here they are. So now I'll do some comparisons to the DX7. Okay, I have the West Harp loaded both into the DX7 and the Kronos. I can hear that the Kronos sounds a little brighter in the attack. Now compare the old Rhodes. And now I'll compare, and I'll play Mr. Clean. Although the Kronos is good at reproducing DX7 patches, it's really a nightmare to try to program, because this is this interaction of operators for the West Harp. And the original patch uses algorithm 16. Now, if you look at algorithm 16 as it would be displayed on the DX7, I can work my way around that. And it took me a very long time to figure out that they reversed the numbering of the operators. That actually operator 6 on the Kronos is operator 1 on the DX7. Last, I'll show how to at least select the operators by using these buttons. You hit the tone adjust EQ button, and then that'll display the active operators. So if I press it, you'll hear all the operators. And then, as I said, if you turn all these off, these are all modulators, and this is the carrier, so you'll only hear a sine wave now. And that'll activate another modulator. Now, I thought that these would control the level, but they actually control the pitch, which I think was a silly idea. As Mr. T would say,
I pity the tools.
The steps I covered in loading the patches into the Kronos, I imagine, would be similar on other instruments that can use the DX7 patches. So these patches took over 20 years to create, so they're well worth the $9. Until next time, take care.